Today we'd like to show you over the Sweden Yachts 54 Trilogy. This particular yacht is from 2007 and we've long been fond of all things Sweden Yachts, the ultimate combination between creature comfort cruising but sparkling performance, so very much a sailor's yacht. Southern Spars rig. This was replaced in 2007, carbon rig with new rod rigging in 2017 as well. And she sports Southern Spars V-boom, hydraulic kicker and backstays. Very sleek lines. All of the running rigging is laid aft to two banks of jammers in the cockpit, so again fairly effortless handling as well on these yachts. Just coming round to the stern here, you can see the electrically operated transom door, which gives great access to the water, dinghies and stern to parking, as you can see. You can just see the sockets there as well. The vessel has also got removable davits, so for cruising purposes that makes life quite useful with the rib. A couple of nice push pit seats there as well. And the antenna mast just on the quarter. It's taking a run forward, midship boarding gates. And with a self-tacking jib, it leaves the side decks very clutter-free, so a nice deck to move around on. And just come around to the stern and step on board. Huge amounts of storage on the Sweden, locker on the centre of the cockpit sole there, as you can see, and lockers both port and starboard on the transom seats. Twin wheels, carbon wheels. The electronics there, as you can see, those were updated in 2017, so two new plotters. The pedestals and one below decks as well. Bi-thruster controls, autopilot controls and binnacle compasses. Morse control located just to the side of the wheel there, and engine controls. Quick look at aft there. You can just see the controls for the backstays and bang there to the side of the wheel. Powered winches. Wandering forward on the nice clear side decks. Lots of light being thrown into the saloon there, as you can see, two opening hatches. Bespoke storage for the life raft on the deck, just forward of the spray hood. Main sheet track as well. And they've recessed the self-tacking track nicely into the deck there. Going forward, lots of stowage, very large locker on the foredeck there. Bow roller, and you can just see the retractable carbon bowsprit on the port side, and the two-part halyard as well for that, which is handy for gennikers, asymmetrics and so on. In fact, the code 0, just see the cavernous deck locker there. And it's got bespoke stowage for the likes of the code 0 in that locker as well. Flush hatches on the foredeck. Looking aft again, as I say, just see the self-tacker there. Steps in the lower section of the carbon mast and a track for a conventional spinnaker pole as well, so you can apply asymmetric or symmetric kites on this boat. And a nice view of the Southern Spars carbon rig, three-spreader rig. Lines led aft beneath the deck, again giving a nice clutter-free appearance. You can just see the removable cutter stay there as well, stowed at the foot of the mast. A very nice profile there of the V-boom, which sports rather nice recessed cockpit lighting as well. So moving aft. Main sheet comes in on either side there at those aft winches. And then of course you've got two banks of control line winches either side of the cockpit. So very much set up for ease of handling. ventilation hatches there for both of the aft cabins. Your bank of sailing instrumentation, cockpit speakers. And looking aft, nice drop leaf cockpit table, a little bit of stowage in the centre. Stainless steel bodied Anderson electric winches also. And some custom cockpit cushions there also in evidence today. So stepping below, what you'd expect in terms of cabinetry from this part of the world. This Sweden is, as we said earlier, a great combination between what is a beautiful boat to sail, but also the level of creature comfort below decks is unrivaled. With beautiful satin varnished mahogany finish throughout. Corian work surfaces, as you can see, and a nice little drainage sink there, and then of course you've got the double stainless sinks. She supports 2 fridges and 1 freezer, so plenty of stowage for longer voyages. Force 10 cooker there. Nice heavily raised fiddles around the entire galley area. Front one of the 2 fridges. And a microwave located there just above the cooker also. So a very well appointed galley, and the sort of U shape giving you plenty of work surface as well. Again, well appointed nav station, sporting one of the new plotters from 2017. Sat phone, instrument repeaters, water maker controls, generator controls, VHF, and some entertainment system there as well. And you can just see the controls for the Ebbsbacher hot air heating. There are 2 Ebbsbacher units in this boat. She also sports air conditioning, although that's not currently in commission. Well appointed throughout, with plenty of stowage for books and cupboard storage there as well, as you can see. And the overhead lights there are giving plenty of natural light into the saloon. Fairly conventional layout with 2 cabins aft. The port has an upper and lower twin berths, giving it a nice flexible feel actually. So a twin on port, again hanging stowage throughout, and stowage beneath the berth there as well, as you can see. And then just nipping over to starboard, you have a double cabin. Now that can be fitted with an infill as well, if required. And that cabin is also en suite to the aft heads. Little drop-down seat there, a nice feature in front of the vanity unit, with mirror and hanging stowage just forward of that as well. The aft heads, again, as usual with Sweden, very stylish, enough bright work just to make it look rather rich. A little bit of Corian, but largely the surfaces are just white GRP and melamine, so easy to clean. A separate shower stall there as well. Thermostatically controlled shower, so quite civilized. And good size as well. Electric flush heads, both fore and aft. So nice U-shaped saloon seating with a small bench there to port and long bench to starboard. Moving forward into the owner's cabin. Large offset double to port. Plenty of stowage above and below the berth. So a little bit of lighting detail there with the downlighters as well, and reading lights at the head of the bed. Vanity unit to starboard, again with no shortage of storage there, both hanging and cupboard storage and drawers. Long hanging locker there. Teak and holly sole throughout. It's a very smart and very well appointed yacht. Going forward, again, heads to port there, electric flush, teak grating, and just enough of satin, mahogany and corian to give a very rich feel, but again making the heads easily cleaned and maintained. Forward, the separate shower stall. Again, thermostatically controlled shower unit there. And then a feature with the 54 that her smaller sister doesn't have is access to that forward deck locker, which is full height. So a semi-watertight door here into that deck locker. And they've got some rather useful deck-fitted canvas bags here which fit to the hatches on the deck, making stowage of the downwind sails very handy because they drop straight into those bags, the Code Zero and the Jenniker and so on. And you can just see the tail end of the bowsprit there on the port side. It's a fairly cavernous storage there, and just below the sail bags you can just make out the retractable bow thruster as well. Moving aft through the saloon. We'll have a quick peek at the beating heart of the boat. Nicely supported companionway steps are on double gas rams, a really well insulated engine compartment, and the access is good. The front drops out there as well if you need more access to the engine. Again, easy access to header tanks and the sea chest there mounted above the engine. These boats run a 24-volt system. The domestic bank is supported by that additional alternator there that you see, although the boat is also fitted with a 6-kilowatt generator. The engine had a deep service in 2017, and the sail drive diaphragm has also been recently replaced. So the yacht has enjoyed very good ongoing maintenance throughout its life. Again, just a peek of those overhead hatches and lights in the saloon. Ocean Air blinds there fitted as well to the port lights. The yacht is currently lying ashore here with us in Lymington. She's tax paid, so please come along and have a look. Thank you.